Good morning, students. I am Anitha. I am working as an assistant professor in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science of Tech Multitech Dr. Rangarajan, Dr. Sagundara Engineering College. I am going to present the video lecture on object-oriented programming. The subject code name is 231CS323. I am going to handle the course for second year third semester students. Now we are going to see about the introduction to OOPS and Java. First topic, overview of OOPS. Second topic, object-oriented programming paradigm. And third one, features of object-oriented programming and Java. And fourth one, history of Java and structure of the Java program. Before going to start the Java program, just to recall the history of C and C++. C is a programming language which born at EAT&T Bell Laboratories of USA in 1972. It was written by Dennis Rich. The main purpose of C language is used to design the Unix operating system. The committee formed by the American National Standard Institute, that is called ANSI, approved a version of C in 1989, which is known as ANSI C. ANSI C was approved by the International Standard Organization, that is ISO, in 1990. It was named C because its predecessor was called B, which was developed by Ken Thompson of Bell Laboratories. C++ was written by Bajani Stodov at Bell Lab during 1983. C++ is the extension of C and also called superset of C. Now we are going to see about the programming paradigm. Programming paradigm are a way to classify the programming language based on their features. So here four ways we have to categorize. First one, monolithic programming. Second one, procedural programming. Third one, structure programming. And fourth one, object-oriented. Next, we are going to see about the monolithic programming. This is the first programming paradigm and also called oldest programming paradigm. It has the following characteristics. In the programming paradigm, the whole program is written in single block and uses all data as global data, which leads to data insecurity. There are no flow control statements like if, search, for, and while statement in this paradigm. We use the go-to statement to jump from one statement to another statement. There is no concept for data types. And the example of monolithic programming paradigm is basic and assembly language. Next, we are going to see procedural programming paradigm. This is also called procedural oriented programming paradigm. It is the advanced paradigm of monolithic paradigm. Has also the following characteristics. This paradigm introduces a modular programming concept where a larger program is divided into smaller modules. It can also provide the concept of code reusability. It is also introduced with the concept of data types. The control of the program is transferred using unsafe go-to statement. In this paradigm, all the data is used as global data, which leads to data insecurity. Procedural programming language are also known as top-down layer programming language. Example of procedural-oriented programming language, Fortran, COBOL, Programming Language 1 and Ada language. Now we are going to see about the procedural-oriented programming structure. Already we discussed what is procedural-oriented programming. So this is the diagram of procedural-oriented programming. You observe the diagram. We have declared two global data and three functions here. So assume that we have declared the data as global. So that data can be accessed by function 1 and function 2 for first global data, and the second global data that data can be accessed by function 2 and function 3. So this is also called reusability. So the procedural way we have to use in the procedure oriented programming. Now we are going to see about the structure programming paradigm. This is the third programming paradigm. The structure-oriented programming paradigm is the advanced paradigm of procedural-oriented paradigm. It has also following characteristics. This paradigm introduces a modular programming concept where a larger program is divided into smaller modules. It can also provide the concept of code reusability. It is also introduced with the concept of data types. It can provide flow control statement that provide more control to the user. It follows all the concept of procedural oriented programming paradigm, but the data is defined as global data and also local data to the individual models. User defined data types also introduced in this structure programming paradigm. In this paradigm, the function may transform from one form to another. Procedural programming languages are known as top-down languages. It is also called top-down languages. The structure programming paradigm also top-down languages. The example of structure-oriented programming paradigm is C, Visual Basic, and Pascal. Now we are going to see about the structure-oriented programming paradigm. So in this diagram, we can see that global data, local data, and function. Assume that one function is contained local data. That data can be accessed by function itself. That function itself. So each function has local data. That data can be accessed by function itself. But we have declared two global data. That we assume that the data declared as global means we can access those data. Those data can be accessed by function 1 and function 2, and second global data can be accessed by function 2 and function 3. So from this structure we can observe that structure oriented programming we can declare global data as well as local data. We are going to see about the object oriented programming. This is the last programming paradigm. This is also most popular one. This also has the following characteristics. So first characteristics, the whole program is created on the concept of object. So object may communicate with each other through functions. This paradigm mainly focus on data rather than functionality. The programs are divided into what are known as objects. It follows the bottom-up flow of execution. It can also introduce the concept like class, object, data abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. In this paradigm, data is hidden and cannot be accessed by an external function. It has the concept of friend function and virtual function. In this paradigm, everything belongs to object. Example of object-oriented programming paradigm: C++, Java, C#, Python, etc. Now we are going to see about the object-oriented programming structure. Last slide we discussed about the object-oriented programming. So what is object-oriented programming? Whatever we declare based on object only. So each object contains data and function and can also communicate with each other. So this is the structure of object-oriented programming. Next we are going to see about the object-oriented programming concept. So when we write any object-oriented programming, we have to learn basic concept of OOPs. Object-oriented programming mainly uses object when we write the programming. The main aim of OOPs is to bind together the data and the function that operate on them so that no other part of the code can access this data except that function, so that security will be provided to the data. So these are the concepts. First one class, second one object, third one abstraction, and the fourth one inheritance, so fifth one encapsulation, sixth one polymorphism. So there are 6 concepts which is used in the object-oriented programming. Next we are going to see object-oriented programming concept. This is the first concept of OOPS. The class is a user-defined data type which defines its property and its behavior. Property means attributes or variable, and behavior means functions or methods. A class is grouping of objects having identical properties and common behavior and shared relationship. It can support a template for creating objects which bind code and data. The class does not occupy any memory space. The class is the only logical representation of data. For example, human being is a class. The body parts of human being are its properties, and the action performed by the body parts are known as functions. Now we are going to see about the structure of class and object. On top of the picture, we can observe that this is a class structure. We have take the example car as a class. Car contains methods and attributes. So each class have any number of methods and any number of attributes in the same class. Car contains methods like different type of methods like get fuel, set speed, get speed, and attributes like fuel, maximum speed, attributes nothing but variable declaration, and methods nothing but functions. This is the structure of class. So each class can take any can create any number of objects. So we take the example as a car. So car can create any number of objects like Camry, Camaro, Benz, Caprice, and Sonata. So these are the object of the car class. Next, we are going to see the how we declare the class. I am telling about the syntax. So we have declared the class using class keyword space user defined data types, that is class name, and block of statement. Block of statement always indicate open brace and close brace. Open brace denote the starting of the block. Close brace denote the ending of the block. So inside the block we have declare data member and member function. So we have declared any number of variables that is called data members, and end of the statement put semicolon. And member function also we can declare any number of member functions. Next we are going to see the next concept, object. This is a very important of object oriented programming. So whatever we writing the program based on object only. So object is the instance of the class. Object is a runtime entity. An object can represent a person, place, or any other item. An object can operate on both data members and member function. When a class is defined, no memory is allocated, but when it is initiated, memory is allocated, that is, object is created. How do you declare the object? So this is the syntax. So class name space variable, that variable is called object, equal to new. We have used the new operator. After that write class name, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, end of the statement put semicolon. So this way we can create the object. Next we are going to see the object oriented programming basic concept. We have already discussed two concepts, classes and object. Class is the blueprint or template of object. So assume that we have human as a class and name as an object. So each class contains properties and methods. The properties of the human class is email and address. The methods of the class is verify and send mail. So we have created object for the human class. So through the object we can access the class properties and methods. The next object-oriented programming concept, encapsulation. Encapsulation is wrapping the data members and member function in a single unit. That means it binds the data within the class and no outside method can access the data. The data member is private, then the member function can only access the data. This characteristic of data hiding, provides a greater program security and avoids the unintended data corruption. And the next concept is abstraction. Abstraction, the data abstraction refers to providing only essential information about the data to the outside world, hiding the background details or implementation. So this is called abstraction. Now we are going to see the next concept, polymorphism. Polymorphism means, do you know poly means what? Morphism, we have divided the two words. Poly means many, morphism means many forms. Polymorphism means multiple forms. It means having more than one function with the same function name but with different functionality. For example, a person at the same time can have different characteristics. Like a man at the same time is a father and employee. So the same person possesses different behavior in different situations. This is called polymorphism. So the polymorphism can be categorized into two ways. One is operator overloading. This is used only in C++, not in Java. Another one is method overloading or function overloading. Next we are going to see the object-oriented concept is, last concept is inheritance. This is one of the most important feature of object-oriented programming. Here we need two type of classes. One class is subclass, another class is base class. So the subclass can acquire the properties from base class. Is called inheritance. So in this subclass means what? The class that inherits the properties from another class is called subclass or derived class or child class. And superclass is what? The class whose properties are inherited by subclass is called base class or superclass. And we have one more concept used in the inheritance, that is called reusability. Inheritance support the concept of reusability. When we want to create new class and there is already a class that includes some of the code that we want, we can derive our new class from old class. Now we are going to see about the structure of inheritance. We can observe that this is an example of inheritance. We have defined two classes. One is superclass or base class. Second one is derived class or subclass. So in this example, we take the base class as animal, contains two methods, eat and sleep, and derived class name is dog, contains bark. So we can access the properties from base class, animal class. So on the right hand side we have see the example. So here we have two type of three and totally four classes. One class is called figure, contains start member variable and three methods, area, perimeter, drop, and circle is one more class. It contains radius is a data member and three methods, area, perimeter, draw, and rectangle is one more class. We have defined two data members and three type of methods like width, height, and methods like area, perimeter, and draw, and square. Square also we define methods and variables. So what we observe, we have defined 4 type of class, that is base class and subclass. So from that we already discussed what is inheritance. So inheritance means we have inherit the properties from the subclass, inherit the properties from base class. So this is the concept. So here rectangle subclass access the properties from figure class, and also circle subclass acquire the properties from figure base class. So the square subclass access the properties from rectangle base class. Next we are going to see the features of Java. This is the main important topic. Java has a lot of features. You can say that first one simple, and I list out the lot of features one by one. Simple, object oriented programming, and distributed, robust, secure, platform independence, portability, interpreted, high performance, multi-threaded, dynamic. So these are the features of Java. So we can exercise, we can see one by one. Next we are going to see the features of Java. It is also called Java buzzword. First we already discussed the Java feature. The first feature is called simple. What is simple? Java is very easy to learn and its syntax is simple, clean and easy to understand. According to Sun, Java language is a simple programming language because Java syntax is based on C and C++. Java has removed many complicated and rarely used features. For example, explicit pointers and operator overloading. There is no need to remove unreferenced object because there is an automatic garbage collection in Java. Next feature is object oriented. Java is an object oriented programming language. Everything in Java is an object. Object oriented means we organize our software as a combination of different type of objects that incorporate both data and behavior. Next we are going to see the third features, platform independent. This is the Java features. A platform is what? Platform is the hardware or software environment in which a program runs. Java is write once and run anywhere language. It is called ORA. ORA means write once, run anywhere. And Java code can be run on multiple platforms, for example, Windows, Linux, Sun Solaris, Mac OS. Java code is compiled and converted into bytecodes. This code is not understood by any platform, but only a virtual platform is called the Java Virtual Machine, that is called JVM. Java Virtual Machine resides in the RAM of your operating system. When the virtual machine is fed with this bytecode, it identifies the platform it is working on, converted the bytecode into the native machine code. See the structure. We have write the Java program, compiled into bytecode and working with different operating system. The next feature is secure. Java program always run in Java runtime environment with almost null interaction with the system OS, hence it is more secure. Java has no explicit pointer and Java programs runs inside a virtual machine. So with Java we can develop virus-free system. So observe that diagram. So every OS has we have run the C++ application and Java application. So in C++ application we have only one layer. So we have differentiate both applications, C++ and Java application. So inside the Java application we see the Java virtual machine. It gives more secure for the Java applications. of every operating system. Next, we are going to see the next features, robust. Robust means what? It is a strong memory management, that is called rigid. Robust means strong. It uses strong memory management. There is a lack of pointer that avoids security problems. There is an automatic garbage collection in Java which runs on the Java virtual machine. There are exception handling and the type checking mechanism in Java. So it provides compile time error checking and runtime checking. So this is the main important part of the important features of the Java. And the next feature is architecture neutral. It means compiler generate bytecode which have nothing to do with a particular computer architecture. Hence, Java program is easy to interpret on any machines. Next feature is distributed. Java is distributed. Why we say? Because it facilitates user to create distributed applications in Java. So we have seen RMI and EJP are used for creating distributed application. These features of Java make us able to access files by calling the different from any machines on the internet by using TCP/IP protocol. Next, we are going to see the next features, multi-threading. This is the very important features in Java. We can write a Java program that deal with many tasks at once by defining a multi-threads. Benefits of multi-threading is that it utilizes the same memory and other resources to execute multiple threads at the same time. For example, while typing, grammatical error was checked along with in the multi-threading. And the next feature is called dynamic. So dynamic means it is a runtime change. So Java is a dynamic language. It can also support dynamic loading of class, that is, classes are loaded at demand. Java can support automatic memory management, that is called garbage collection. And the next feature is high performance. Java architecture is designed to reduce the overhead during runtime. The concept of multi-threading in Java also increases the execution speed of Java programs. Java is interpreted language, so it will never be fastest compiled language like C or C++. Java enables the high performance with the use of just-in compiler, that means JIT. Now we are going to see the Java programming. So who has developed the Java? James Gosling, Mike Sheridan, and Patrick Norton initiated the Java language project in 1991, in the month of June. The small team of Sun engineers called Green Team, initially designed for small embedded system in electronic appliances like set-top box. Firstly, it was called Green Talk by James Gosling, and the file extension was .gt. After that, it was called Vogue and was developed as a part of the Green project. Why is Vogue? Vogue is a symbol of strength and chosen as a national tree of many countries like USA, France, Germany, Romania, etc. In 1995, Vogue was renamed as Java because it was already a trademark by Java Technologies. Java is an island of Indonesia where the first coffee was produced called Java coffee. It is a kind of espresso bean. Java name was chosen by James Gosling. On the right hand side, we have list out the Java versions and then release date. So Java version initially we released JDK beta version, Java Development Kit beta version in 1995. And the next one, JDK 1.0 in January 1996, 1.1 February 1997, J2SE Java 2 Standard Edition 1.2 in the year of December 1996, Java 2 Standard Edition 1.3 in the year of May 2000, Java 2 Standard Edition 1.4 in the month of February 2002, Java 2 Standard Edition 5.0 in the month of September 2004, Java Standard Edition 6 in the month of December 2006, Java Standard Edition 7 in the month of July 2011, Java Standard Edition 8 March 2024, Java Standard Edition 9 September 2011, Java Standard Edition 10 in the month of March 2018, and next we are going to see the Sustainable Development Goal. This is related. Ninth goal is related to Java Goods language. Industry innovation and infrastructure can be connected into Java in multiple ways because Java is widely used programming language in building innovative software, scalable infrastructure, and industrial applications. So the main goal is build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. So the first one, industry applications, that means Java is used in banking, manufacturing, telecom, healthcare, and logistic industry to build a reliable enterprise system. And second one, innovation through software development. Java powers startup and research project like AI, ML, and IoT blockchain. And second one, Java framework help innovator rapidly develop solution. And the third one, infrastructure and scalability. Java is the backbone of server-side applications, cloud platform, and distributed system. And second thing, big companies like Google, Amazon, Netflix use the Java for large-scale infrastructure services. And then Java is not just a programming language, it is a tool for building the industrial applications, fostering innovation, and developing infrastructure.